Tonight we are looking at the world's best single malt whiskey for 2025. We're looking at the first core range from a new distillery. We look at something with French with a little bit of a twist, and of course killing it softly with a little bit of peat. Welcome to the Whiskey Lovers Society with me, Gert Retief, and tonight it's time to buy something new. It's time to buy something different. And one of the conversations that I had was on the good old Arran. A lot of people are still buying Arran, the 10-year-old especially, and I do agree it is a fantastic whiskey, but there is so many whiskies out there that are really good, and I don't want to be, bogged down to buying one whiskey for the rest of my life. I am a YouTuber, I love whiskey, and I like to experiment and try something different, and that leaves you with a little bit of a dilemma. What are you buying next? Now, for this video, I would like to get your feedback as much as possible. What new whiskies are you going to try in the next month or two? Not the same old, that backup of the backup that you keep on buying. Something that you haven't tried, but you have seen it. Maybe you have seen some reviews on it and you think to yourself, definitely something that I try. Now, one of the whiskies that I did a review on, the Ferry from Norway, it was absolutely a fantastic whiskey. Now, I would have bypassed that whiskey every time. Even if I saw it, I would never have ventured in it. Now, the first one, I did say in the opening remark, it is, we're talking about a whiskey that has been nominated, that has been chosen as the Whiskey of the Year or Single Malt Whiskey of the Year for 2025. And we are looking at a GlenAllachie 12-year-old from Speyside, a single malt, and it's a whiskey that I have not tried. The new bottle with the new branding of GlenAllachie, not always a fan. I'm not a big fan of this branding. I'm putting it right out there, but of course branding doesn't matter. It's all about the nosing and the tasting. And is it something that you are going to enjoy? Now, this one for me, it's definitely, if you slap a title of it, the best single malt for 2025, that's something that I have to try. Now, GlenAllachie, Billy Walker, he's making fantastic whiskey. They make a hell of a lot of different type of whiskey, different casks. There's always something on the horizon from them. But cask strength whiskey from me, from Billy Walker, it's absolutely fantastic. I do love it. The 10-year-old, all the batches, never had a bad one, and it always seems to go darker and darker and darker. Soon it's going to be motor oil. But natural color, non-chill filtered, normally 46% ABV, so they are really ticking all the right boxes, and of course sherry monsters indeed. And of course the 12-year-old, we are also talking 46% ABV, natural color, non-chill filtered, the dark chocolates, the honey, the heavier honey notes that come out, spicy fruit notes, a little bit oaky, and you also get all of that sherry notes that comes out. Definitely a whiskey that I would like to try. Price-wise, I see 60, 70, maybe 80 euros, dollars, pounds for this whiskey for a 12-year-old. It does get a little bit expensive, but it's definitely something that I need to try. And of course, leave a comment. Have you tried it? Is it worth the effort? If it's worth to go look for it, is it worth to find that bottle and to give it a nosing and tasting? Is it something that you also tell other people to buy. And of course, on that, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. We are moving to that 3,000 mark. And well, if you enjoy the channel, if you enjoy all the reviews, of course, it makes me also happy if you do subscribe to the channel. For the next one, I am moving to the Isle of Harris, something that I have never tried before, but I saw an advert for it and I saw a little bit of background information on this whiskey, and it really looked fantastic. And it's called the Herach, and I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it completely, but I didn't want to do a little bit too much research on this one. I just had a look at the bottle and say something that I would love to try. It is the Herach of Chateau Bayok. Completely butchering it. I am sorry for all the people, but I will put just maybe the name on it so that you can try to pronounce it yourself. It is from the Isle of Harris. What do we know about it? It is orchardy fruit. It is vanilla. It is got dried cherries. It's got a little bit of a black pepper note. 46% ABV, natural color, non-filtered, and it is something that I would love to try. French cask, sometimes I battle a little bit with the wine cask, but I do have a French cask influence, and from the Chateau, of course. And I have tried a couple of good red wine casks lately, so that piqued my interest, just to try something different, and not always that same old whiskey, and broaden the horizons, take that journey, and to find something that is, well, it's nice, friendly, and maybe not always super cheap or always super expensive. This one is a little bit expensive. It is a smaller bottle. It is, well, it's one of those very small distilleries, and in this case, looking at 100, maybe 110, 120 euros. So quite expensive adventure, but definitely something that I am thinking of. At the end of the time, or at the end of this video, I need to also make a decision. Which one do I buy? Not always possible to buy all of them. Pockets too deep, can't reach. And but yeah, that's something that I would definitely like to give a nosing and tasting. And if you look at what is in the bottle, looking a little bit of a peat note, not heavily peated note. There's a little bit of a sweetness in it, a little sweet wine cask finish. You also have a little bit of a licorice note coming in. It is a summer whiskey, a summer in a glass type of whiskey. So something, my word, today going to be 35 degrees here in Brussels. It is scorching hot. My apartment is running now over 42 degrees, so it is a hell of a time. But I still want my whiskey, and I like my whiskey, and I'm not going to change my ways just because it is a little bit too hot. Maybe just a small wee dram just to acquire that lovely sweetness out of the whiskey. And the next one on the list, now over the last couple of months, I've tried quite a lot of them. Craig Allenky, 13-year-old, all the way to the old ones, expensive ones, love them all. So I have a little bit of a love relationship with Craig Allenky, and they have, well, they are bringing out, it's called a Bass Armagnac barrel. And well, that got me thinking, what is this barrel? What's Armagnac? Now, I've tried some Armagnac a couple of times. It is a lovely drink, and it's something that I have, well, I come to appreciate over time. Not always possible to get it here in Belgium. Well, I'm not really looking for it, but it's something different to the whiskey. Now, if you start off with a base Craig Allenky, and you use all this different wood, the different expressions that they are creating, well, I think it's time to give this one also a nosing and tasting. Price-wise, we're looking at 70 to 100 euros. And I must say that is probably not a bad price for Craig Allen Key. And I'm willing to part with my money to give us a nosing and tasting. And of course, if I can get a sample somewhere, it's always a good idea to try it before you buy it. You really don't want to waste your money nowadays. It's a scarcity. Those things don't fall out of the sky. You work hard for it and you want to buy something that you're really going to enjoy. So sometimes try before you buy, but that's something that I really have my eye on it. And of course, typical Craig Allen Key, you have the dried fruits, you have a little oakiness, a toasted oakiness, a little pineapple, a little bit of a spice in it, and of course 46% ABV, natural color, non-chill filtered, ticking the boxes, making sure that you know what you are buying, and you add the water that you want to add and drink it the way that you would love to drink it. The next one on the list is going to be a little bit of a surprise for quite a lot of people. Another peated whiskey. I do like the peated whiskies, the right peated whiskies, the sweet peated whiskies, maybe with a little Oloroso sherry and maybe a little bit of a Pedro Ximénez sherry. But I've tried this, I've tried some of this whiskey. It's called the Lagavulin, the Offerman Special Edition, and this is the Ramkas. Now, that's something that I've not always super enjoyed. Sometimes that Ramkas didn't bring out anything for me, but I have quite a number of the Offerman editions with the different casks, and this time we're doing the Ramkas. And I'm dying to give it a go, but this is definitely one that I would try before I buy it, just to be sure. It is it's normally not a cheap one. It can also be up to 100, more than 100, 120 euros for this bottle here in my neck of the woods. So it's not going to be a cheap one. But it is also bottled at 46% ABV, natural color, non-chill filtered, and this is something that I would like to try more of, and especially with the Ramkas. I had some of the Ramkas, a little bit strange. But I like the idea of rum. I love a good rum. I like an aged rum. Rum that can bring out so much flavors, and depending on how wet that Ramkas was, I'm hoping that it will bring enough flavors from the rum to make a difference. To can see definitely some Ramkas in it. So that's something that I would really like to try in the future. Now for the last one, I did pour myself a dram, and I can just quickly reveal it for you, for the people that did not get that first glimpse. This is the Ardnageux. This is the inaugural release, 5 years old. Bottled at 50% ABV, natural color, non-chill filtered, and it is fantastic. As you can see, I don't drink it quite often. This is a one for maybe a little bit colder temperature. So definitely this one, I can feel the heat radiating off me. I'm worried my camera is going to switch off from the heat. Oh, but from the nose to the taste, everything is perfect for me. Now, on this one, Ardnageux is also releasing a core version of their whiskies, and it's called the Ardnageux Infinity Loch Isla Single Malt. This is going to be part of their core releases, so every year you will keep on buying the same whiskey. Well, almost the same, or hopefully the same, that there's not a lot of batch variant, but that's also a possibility. 50% ABV, natural color, non-chill filtered. Price-wise, we're looking at maybe 70 to 80 euro. There is going to be a lovely smokiness into it. Oh, if it's like that, fantastic. There's a peat smoke in it. There's going to be a little bit of a sea salt, a little vanilla There's going to be a little bit of a cherries, and there's going to be a little bit of a creamy texture to it. Something that it's quite similar to this one, I presume. I don't know, haven't tried it. And of course, it is a no age statement whiskey. It's going to be maybe 60, 70, 80 euros for a bottle. So quite expensive compared to the 5-year-old. Well, 5-year-old is actually also a no age statement whiskey in my opinion. But that's something that I would like to try. If it's anything like this one, the 5-year-old, I think I'm going to be quite happy with that. Now, last sip. Oh, it goes down like water. So that, my dear friends, is my 5 whiskies that I want to try or have an eye on to buy something new, something different, and something that might be quite enjoyable, not the same old, putting my feelers out there. It will be fantastic for you to give me feedback. What new ones are you going to try? What are you buying? What did you buy that's maybe off the radar? Something that not a lot of people have tried before. Something that you're sitting back and say, wow, this is a fantastic whiskey. So thank you very much for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and I see you next time. Cheers.